beautiful shining stars. So here in front of us are predictions for the romantic month of February. So I want you to look at the pictures and see which one brings this kind of vibration and connection. Maybe it's something you want to be with your romantic partner. Maybe it's an idea, or maybe the picture just brings some memories. Whatever you find in the pictures in front of you that connect you, it could be more than one. Choose which one you like, and I will of course link the time slots below. We're gonna see what romantic month of February has in store for you. Maybe even power dates, because Spirit always shares so much with us. So if you have to pause the video, take the time to pause the video so you could become acquainted. Like I said, just allow the first one that came to you is usually the one that you are going to most connect with, but you might feel two or even all three. Namaste. Hi, and you chose the romantic, embracing, kissing couple. So I'm gonna call this one the kissing couple. And let's see what Spirit and the angels of romance want to share with you. Got the Nine of Swords, the Lovers, exciting. We have the Wedding upside down, new love and separation. Wow, so we have a lot of energy. This is a general overview for you of what's coming in February. So take what you can, what best coincides with you, what you feel, because since it is a general overview to everyone that's come into this sacred virtual space, some of you are going to take stuff that's for you, and others will be like, that doesn't sound like me. But be very open, because we are still in January, and some of these we'll talk about. This is the energy of February, but sometimes you might see some of these coincidences and spiritual messages in March and April. So just kind of, don't kind of block anything, especially if they're sharing something positive. Just allow, flow, see what Spirit shares with you. Okay, so a lot of looking at the Knight of Swords and the Lover's card and saying, okay, Spirit, what are you trying to tell us? So the Knight of Swords has gone through a lot. There's been a long road ahead of him. He's like, oh my God. And I'm saying in divine masculine energy, this could be woman, this could be man. So don't look so much as a sex, just the feeling. If it talks about you, is it talking about your lover? So this individual has gone through a lot. They've been setting their goals. They wanted to achieve certain things. It's the new year, and now they're like, I'm not gonna make haste. And now I understand why these cards all kind of flow together. So he's in the midst of decision making. He's using his intelligence, his wit. He's using determination. There's no more procrastination. He's like, I'm going to save the year. This is my year. He's going to pursue his happiness. Is excellent. He's becoming ambitious. He's being assertive. He's focusing on his success, right? But then you have the energy of the Lover's card. So this relationship has been a passionate relationship with a lot of ups and down energy. There's a lot of choices that have been shown to both parties, and the harmony sometimes was good, but sometimes it was like, so it's more of a friendship. This relationship, I feel like it either started as a friendship first. I feel like this relationship either started as a friendship first or introduction through friends. It was a very connected, this is my best friend type. And then the choice is allowing yourself to fall in love. So maybe it's still a new relationship that's flowing. Or maybe it's a committed relationship that now is refocusing on the friendship part. Because now I'm seeing two angles. So this person that is sharing through the energy of the Lover's card is looking for healthy boundaries. It's talking to their partner. It's like, listen, we've come a long way, and I want us to try new things. I think we should either get a therapist or get a mind coach or do a class together or go to a retreat, a spa. I think we need some kind of harmonious me and you time to really see where this relationship is going. Because if we look at the wedding is upside down. So it's like one person wants to get married and the other one's like, oh yeah, I wanted to. And then they flip it and I'm like, I'm not ready. So it's like one person has certain intentions, certain goals that they want to achieve, and the other person's like, wait a minute, I'm not ready. And then you have the essence of new love. This is a friend that comes into your now moment because you're like, you know what, I wanted to commit, I wanted certain things. And this is not just that, because I'm also seeing that this could be the divine masculine energy we talked in the beginning, that is like thinking, what if there's something else? So it's like a lot of second guessing going on. This could be also that, Mercury did go through a major retrograde and you're still feeling that energy and vibration in the month of February. Astrologically, we're going into Pisces, and Pisces likes partnership. Pisces wants to be with someone, doesn't like to be alone. So you got that energy. And then you also got the energy of Aquarius. That is the month of February. So astrologically, we're in Pisces, but you also have the energy of Aquarius because we're in the moon of Aquarius. So look at all these energies. What is Aquarius? Aquarius is loyal, but is also ambitious, successful, has creative ideas, goals, assertiveness. And they're like, so you're having all these angles of where am I going? So if we were to sum it up into what the fuck are you talking about, Spirit? Spirit is saying you have a lot of decisions to make in the month of February. In your relationship, you're going to look at your relationship from where you are and decide, is this relationship worth it? You're going to test your beloved and be like, are we going to go to the retreat? Are you supporting me in my goals and my intentions and my success and my business and my creative endeavors? So, and then that's why you see the new love is also upside down, because even though I do see like new people coming in, friends that maybe want, a little bit more, you're like, no, I'm not getting married, but I'm not going to start a new relationship either, because I have to work on the lovers. I have to work on what I have in front of me. And I feel like some of you even take some time apart, go into like separation mode. So there's going to be a lot of breaks, which is sad because, oh my God, we're going into romantic February. But a lot of you have came a long way, and you're really looking at your relationship. So I feel like this is not indicating so much. Yes, some of you, like the lovers, the one that wants to hold on to the relationship, they're not going to like it, but they are aware. Spirit is telling me that everyone that's going to go through the separation is aware that something's off, that something's not working. So there has to be kind of a compromise to understanding why your beloved wants to move on, or maybe it's you. Because I feel like you're going to tell your beloved, hey, I want some me time. You're not going to do the retreat. I've been trying. It's been a year, 2 years, X months, and the circumstances have not moved forward. I think it's time for me to take my reins back and have a break and focus on me and my endeavors. Because if we're looking at what Spirit is showing, there's going to be a lot of success with the Nine of Swords, focusing on that divine masculine energy. Because this could be, like I said, this could be woman or man, but they're working on their businesses, promotions, creative endeavors. They're just building, and the lover's getting in the way because the lover doesn't know what the heck they want. So if you're that divine masculine Knight of Swords, or if you are the Lover's card, wherever you are in this reading, there is decision making. Am I going to work and change and compromise to keep my Knight of Swords? Or as a Knight of Swords, am I going to be like, you know what? Let's take a time off. Let's use this energy. I know it's Valentine's. I'll send you some chocolates and champagne, but I really want to focus on myself. I have a lot of stuff going, and it is just really time for me to take the reins and build what I'm trying to build, and you're just getting in the way. So it's kind of I'm not going to be, you know, and I'm you're gonna come to me be like, oh my God, he's so selfish, and or she's so selfish and she left me and I tried so hard and but we have to, in a relationship, we have to see both parts. Because sometimes our lovers are, especially divine masculine is usually, I'm the boss, I'm the one that takes care of everything, you know. So it could be that this could be the issue that we're running into. But you also have to look at both parts. What is this person doing? Are they really having issues with their finances and they're like, I'm not putting up with that shit no more? Especially that we're going in through a very major wealth spurt in energies. Like, this is a time for you to dust up whatever it is that you were working on that maybe you thought didn't work. This is a time to take a second look at that, because we are in a wealth vibration right now. So you want to take advantage of that. I hope these messages brought a lot of insights, and now we are moving on to the second part. So I'm gonna say, and I almost burned myself, I'm gonna say that, you know, I see also the new love could be like new loves coming into your love life, and you maybe it being like booty calls, you know, like I really feel the energy of not wanting too much seriousness. So if you're single, you're looking at, you know, sexual connection, passion. If you're in a relationship, you're looking at, I need to take care of myself, take care of my stuff. I offer video readings. I will link them below. They do take sometimes 1 to 2 weeks because I do get really backed up, but the links are there, and I also have spiritual chats. Now we move on to the next stack. Okay, these are the sunset lovers, and I usually like to read the energy. In the first stack, I didn't feel a connection to like read what was going on. Because and I understand why, because there's kind of like coming away from each other energy. In this stack, I see a connection. I see, if you're looking at these two lovers are holding hands, they've come a long way. They're looking and enjoying the sunset. So it's almost like they fixed a lot of situations, a lot of issues. They've, you know, done the work. Maybe they visited mind coaches and therapists and just really found a compromise, found it in between to work it out in the relationship. And now they're just enjoying that time together. So it's almost like that's why they're showing the energy of the sunset. So let's see. And look, you can't make this stuff up. Look at this. Look at this. Coming a long way. Look at this. Look at this. Forgiving and learning and healing. Exactly, you know, it's exactly what we saw. This relationship has gone through so much, and at the end, it goes through like a healing phase where they come together and work things out. So we're looking, you know, it's crazy because in these cards, we're getting all the energies of the swords, you know, and if you think about the swords indicate protection, but could also be a two-way form of hurt and pain and anguish. So if we look at the Four of Swords, her heart is right there, right? It's like she's trying to nurture it. It's in a nest. So what is a nest? It's nurturing, is taking care of it. Maybe she's doing like spell works for healing, unblocking, releasing. There's like a hermit energy, right? Some rest, maybe doing some shadow work, because really burnt out. Like this relationship that we're looking at in the cards right here has really gone through roller coaster. They've had fallouts, they've had separations, they've had loss of lives, you know, sadness, grieving. Like there's been a lot going on both parts and both parties in this reading. And now you're going to go through a state of renewal, of self-love, of finding who you are. If we look at the Eight of Swords, she's right here, but when she sees herself in a mirror, she's bound. She feels stuck. She wants to see, but her eyes are veiled. She can't see the truth. So it's like these are almost like two different people. So this could be like you and your partner, or vice versa, right? Your partner is going into a nurturing state, hermit energy. I'm going to take care of my heart, self-love, shadow work. And then this could be you, or like I said, vice versa, the energy of not seeing the truth, not seeing what your partner is going. So the issue here is no communication, and it's super sad because I know from a very personal level, sometimes there's partners that are very hard to communicate with because you talk to them and they blow up and they can't handle it, right? So, maybe writing them a letter, sharing your feelings in a letter. This is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm going through, and seeing how they react. So unveiling the truth so you could have more options, more opportunities. You have to. They're saying that you're holding on to the past. So this could also be that the relationship has come to a close. There's a separation that occurred and you're wanting to hold on to that relationship. So they're showing me different scenarios, because at first they started showing me as a couple trying to work things through, but then they're showing as someone that just like, it was like, oh my God, they ghosted me. They don't want to talk to me. And it's because the communications, you're like, you weren't listening. And they tried to get to you and you didn't listen. So now they're like, well, fuck her, fuck him. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to do self-love. I'm going to do shadow work. And I'm going to do this myself because this person doesn't understand. So look, when we're in relationships, we have to see things through both eyes. You have to be, if you really love the person, you're going to let them go because you know that they're no longer compatible with you because they're moving on to other things. Now, if it's not a love relationship, it's more possession because your happiness is not your happiness, is the happiness that they give you, then that is a whole other scenario. And that's what people don't understand. Are you in love? Are you possessing the person because they make you happy, because they bring your happiness, and that's a lot of things that a lot of times what you see in relationships that people think that is love, but it's not, it's possession. So you have to look at all that and really define if you are in a love relationship or if you are in a possessive relationship, because you're unhappy, you're depressed, and your happiness is your beloved. They make you happy. Because then it's not fair to them. And then this is why they're freeing themselves. Because again, they keep showing me two scenarios. People healing, people working things out together. And then one person being like, enough is enough. And if you go into the free yourself, this doesn't mean if it's a healing, free yourself in the aspect that take your love back, take your power back. And as a matter of fact, I'm starting a scripting true love and romance into your life class on the new moon of this month. That is all about self-love. It's all about you putting yourself in an independent, loving way where you're going to attract love. So if you are in a relationship, you're going to flip that relationship where your beloved is going to be like, holy shit, Sally's amazing. I freaking love her. I can't live without her. Or is if it's time to move on because Joel doesn't fulfill Sally, then you're going to meet John because he's your significant other. He's your soulmate, or, vice versa. I'm just scenario. Take your back control of your life. You're giving too much energy. I see this all the time, especially, I'm so happy I don't do love spells no more, barely. Because you give too much energy to your lovers. They poop all over you. And then you're like, oh, but I love them. Oh, but I want them back. Oh, but I want them to love me and I want them to see me. And then you become this sappy neediness and you lose all your power and your energy, and they're doing whatever they want to you and you don't care because you want to be with them because they're your happiness. And you're using every excuse. I've even heard dogs. Because usually the number one excuse is we have children together. Poor kids. You're hurting the kids more by being in relationships that are not good for each other. I was the first one I would tell my mom. I would beg her, why are you with him? Please leave him. But she was infatuated with my father, and it was more possession. It still is. And they've been together for over 50 years. So it's like, are you going to realize right here what's going on? What is your truth? And then you go after because let me tell you, in the beginning of February, things and signs are going to come up for you that you need to pay attention to, no matter if you are this or this. This meaning hermit mode, focus on myself. Let's see where it goes. I want to, kind of nurture. This, oh my God, I need him. I need her. I want her. She left me. That neediness energy. So depending on where or who you are, you need to free yourself from both energies. And then towards the middle to the end of the month, there's the forgiving and learning. There's the acceptance. There's the, okay, they messed up. I love them. I send them healing. I am going to allow them to either, heal this relationship, work together, which this is what, if we look at both, that's what happens. The relationship heals. So it's like, I'm not seeing like a separation. I'm seeing that spirit is saying there is a way to fix it, but you have to fix it. You have to allow. You have to go through healing and forgiveness and allowing the person to go through whatever they're going through. Because if you're like, I get people all the time, they start calling them and blowing up their phones and blowing up their social media. And then they wonder why they get blocked. And it's because the person's like, I want to go through, I want separation right now. I want to focus on me. I don't want to hear your shit. And then this person doesn't understand that. They say like, why? Why did you leave me? But I need you right now. Like, I get that all the time. You are independent. Your life is your life. It's not their life. They're not responsible for you. I don't care if that's your husband, your wife, your partner. Nobody is responsible for nobody. You are responsible for you. Your love comes from within you. You have to love yourself enough to attract someone that's going to love you for you. It's like, perfect indication. When you go into the beginning of a relationship, you don't show your true colors. You don't show your neediness. Because let me tell you, if the first day of that date you showed your neediness to that person, they would not be with you. You are a whole other, see the mirror? Let's look at the mirror. Whole other person. And then a few weeks, few months in, you become this bound neediness, sappy energy. So you have to flip that. And how you do that is through healing. Spirit is not bitching at you. Spirit is saying, free yourself from that negative energy and vibration that you probably saw in your parents, in your guardians, in the people around you. Clear all that up, free yourself. This doesn't mean, when Spirit says free yourself, it just means to take back control of your life. It doesn't mean you're going to get a divorce or you're going to leave your partner or, or if you are in a breakup that you're just giving the relationship up. No, that does not mean that. That means you are looking at your life, taking responsibility for you and your actions, forgiving and learning, so you could start the healing process. So then you guys could come together and talk and connect. And I said it in the beginning before even reading the cards. They have come a long way. They've done all of their therapy and retreats and mind coaching. And now you see them holding hands, completely healed and enjoying the sunset. So I'm telling you, something is astray in the month of February. And I want to give positive readings and loving readings, but I also want you to be prepared, because then you're the first ones that, they come into my accounts, especially now that I'm no longer doing rituals, and are like, Daisy, you have to help me. You have to do a spell for me. Do the scripting class. It is up. It starts on the 21st during the new moon energy. If you are already having signs of this chaos right now, do the scripting class, because it is going to start the healing process that you need. If it's to move from a relationship, to nurture yourself, love yourself, do some shadow work so you could really go back into your state of independent, loving, vibrational attraction, either to reconcile with your lover that maybe you weren't compatible before because you were going through that neediness stage. We all go through, everybody goes through it, honey. It's not just you. We all go through the neediness stage. Think of yourself, think of toddlers when they want this toy and this toy. And the moment somebody comes and try it and they put it down, and the moment somebody else comes to take that toy, then you're running, the toddler runs and gets, no, mine. They go through that mind stage. Sometimes we all go through that mind. But what I teach in my work is how to love yourself in such a way that no one will ever be responsible for creating chaos in your life. That you are enjoying the relationship, going on dates, going on honeymoons, vacationing, time together watching movies, and the moment that they get, they say something stupid or they don't talk to you for 3 days, you're not just a sappy mess. Oh my God, they didn't text me, they didn't call me. Oh my God, what do I do? Because you're so independent, you're so in love with yourself that you're like, oh, Joe's not calling me? No problem. Hey, Brittany, how about we go and do a spa treatment for 3 days? And then guess what? Joe's gonna call and be like, hey, Sally, how you doing, girl? I missed you. Oh, you know what, Joe? I'm with Brittany. And we are having a click, social media, drinking champagne with Brittany, having a good old time, looking fabulous. And Joe's like, oof, I better call this girl every single day because she'll turn around and go out. And I don't like Brittany. Brittany's single. Brittany's single and she has a lot of men after. I don't want that. So we get into these different vibrations that we give all our power to the other person. And it's not, because a lot of people is like, they don't understand. As humans, we don't understand because we think that loving someone is giving fully all in, and that's not loving. Loving is balance, is harmony, is acceptance, is partnership, is compromise, courtesy, understanding, finding a way out, finding an in-between. When the other person loses their mind, for you to be like, okay, take some time. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to go have some champagne with Brittany. So I recommend that you do the scripting. It is $111 with 11 cents. You could pay it in 2 parts if you cannot afford that. It starts on the 21st during the new moon energy. You will not want to miss that ceremony that we're going to have during the energy of the new moon. I already have it all prepped. It's going to be crazy, the energy that we are going to bring and harmonize. All right, now we're going into the next one. Hi, and welcome to the Picnic Lovers. So looking at the card, just indicating what is going on during this beautiful month of February, this romantic energy, I will say that I feel, and I haven't looked at the cards yet, that this is going to be the most romantic stack in our 3-card pick. If you look at them, they seem very happy. This couple does not care. I feel like their energy, like their blocks, come from outside noise. People that don't want them together, that have caused chaos, that have told him she's not good enough, or vice versa, that tells her, he's not part of our tradition or culture or whatever it is. There's been outside noise to try to keep this beautiful couple apart. Could also be workspaces, jobs, long distance energy. It's just a lot. But in February, they're coming together. They're showing me the indication of a picnic. So this could be Valentine's, a romantic little getaway, maybe in the same city or town or village or whatever. But you're coming together. You're enjoying each other's company. So there's a lot of partnership I love this because let me tell you, the other picks have been a bit rough around the edges. Look at this. I love this. Okay. 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 Ooh, so you know, and this indicates, this shows you too, like for those of you that are readers, everything is a vibration, everything is an energy. Look at what the card, the picture showed us, and already what the cards are showing us. A lot of similarities. Okay, on a note with the Queen of Pentacles, if we notice that her vibration is upside down, she's telling you that you have undergone a lot of financial stress, like a lot of financial stress. And it's been self-absorbing financial stress. Not only that, there's been issues with maybe parenting, feeling like you haven't had enough to take care of your family, maybe wanting to stay home with the kids. So this is a relationship, like a family oriented relationship, and it could be, doesn't mean that the person that you're with is the father of the children. You might not be, because again, this is a general reading. It's talking to a lot of different people. So that's why they kind of throw different scenarios, because you're going to click with what they're sharing with you, right? So it has brought a lot of financial stress, and you were absorbed, because you see how they say you were, meaning, and I teach this in my scripting class, meaning that what we are going through right now is not from right now. It is from things of the past, blocks of the past, emotional sadness, disturbance, situations that all came from your past. So what you want to do is change your story right now, because you don't want to keep sabotaging the energy. There is no, a lot of people think that they could, I just had this beautiful girl who bought one of my money-making candles, and she just got it. I'm sure the candle hadn't even been on for 3 days. And she's like, Daisy, I'm in a dire need. When is this going to happen? I need X amount of money for this situation. When is this going to happen? So I sent her to my free Work Bitches Manifest That Shit course, where I have the law of assumption, unblocking your wealth, where I have the fast money meditation. So it's where I teach, how to get out of that wealth block, because wealth, prosperity is energy, it's a vibration. As humans, you see cash as a physical thing that you're going to hold, but let's look at it as in you don't actually hold cash. 90% of people nowadays use credit cards. Your cash goes deposited into an invisible card. People use Apple Pay, so they're paying with their phones. So your cash is not on hand. It is an energy that goes from payday to your bank, to the consumers, to the bills. So if you start to look at it, because it's a lot easier now to see that cash is an energy than it was before. Perfect example, since I started on my wealth course, I would say hardcore right when COVID hit. Well, I was like, no bullshit, no more. That's it. The crazy shit that happens to me is surreal. Like the money that comes in, when it comes in unexpectedly, from old clients that I completely forgot about, that are still using my work, that'll just send me monetary gifts, to unexpected money that comes in because of somebody that I worked with forever ago and they want to work with me again, so they'll just PayPal me, because they don't want to hear me tell them no, so they'll just PayPal me. It's just like, it's crazy. To just new things that Spirit shows me through you guys, because my scripting class came from a client. A client's like, Daisy, you need to teach this shit. This shit is awesome. This is what happened. Oh my God, I can't believe it. So it all comes in through different venues that we are not aware of. And we are no longer in that 9 to 5, because we know that 9 to 5 does not pay our bills. So here is the Queen of Pentacles shining all this light on you. And I'm going to put my free course down below, so you could hone in on that energy. The great thing about those courses that I share for free is that I'm always adding new information, new concepts, new techniques too. And then I also have other ways, other workbooks for you to continue on these pathways, on these journeys, because manifestation is not a one-time thing. It's not light a fucking candle and be like, hoorah, it happened. I got the money. No, if you want to be wealthy, you have to stay on a wealth vibration. It's an everyday thing. It is not, I'm going to go light a candle today and then tomorrow I'm going to cry because I'm still in debt. Because that's what you're vibrating. And I know in the beginning it's hard. And I tell you this, a lot of people think that I talk like smoke because, oh, she doesn't know what she's talking about. She's probably never been through stuff. But I was homeless, broke, without money to even feed my kids. So I know all about being at the lowest point of your life. And also know about being at and I haven't hit my 7-figure mark yet. That's my next goal. So I'm not even there. But the point is becoming aware that we have control of our financial freedom and our wealth as a vibration, as an energy. And once we connect with that, your life completely changes. Whew, Queen of Pentacles, she was not fudging around. And then you have the Ace of Swords. So look at this. And here's the thing, my friends. You're never alone. This video came to you. You're here for a reason. It is your choice to pay attention, to write what Spirit is sharing with you, or say, fuck it, it's not for me. It is your choice. The solution to the finances is through the Ace of Swords. And she says, through clarity, which I teach in my classes, how to declassify your mind control. Because the reason why we were not wealthy is because we were conditioned to think you have to work hard for the money, you have to hustle, you have to have a 9-to-5, you have to have a degree. And today, a lot of us, through clarification, have learned that that's bullshit. I know a teacher who makes $50,000 a year, but she has side businesses that bring her more than her teaching, because teaching is her passion. She absolutely loves to be a second-grade teacher. She's like, Daisy, I get up in the morning, I make my coffee, I get ready, and I'm excited I'm planning, I'm creating, I'm teaching. It's just, incredible. And then her summer, because she works her teaching and works her business, and in the summertime, she puts her business on holiday the entire summer. And vacations. She takes cruises, she goes to Europe, she's gone to so many places. She's like, I would have never thought that I could do that. And all she has is a small little side jewelry. So she makes more money she tells me that sometimes, depending on the work, because it is a lot of work, because she's teaching, she has to grade, she has to prepare, and then she has to take pictures and post. She has assistants now that does a lot of the work for her, because that's what you do. And a lot of you don't understand that. I know, because I was one. You make X amount of money, and instead of bringing help, you think you have to do it all yourself because you want all the money, but that's not how it works. If you actually hire the help, you make more money because you are able to create more, expand, open up another business. Nobody teaches. They don't teach that in school. So the Ace of Swords says clarification, aha moment. They're showing this, and it's funny, they didn't show me any dates for any of the other signs, but here they're showing a date from the 4th through the 14th. There's an aha moment energy and vibration that's going to reveal a lot of truth. And it's crazy because here we're talking about relationships, and these tarot cards are talking about finances. And that is so important. A lot of people don't see that. I do, when I did rituals for my clients, because now I only have on-call altars. When I did rituals for my clients, they would come to me and be like, oh my God, my boyfriend left me and they're in such a mess and they hate me and blah, 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 and do. And I was like, okay, let's do the spell. Let's see what's going on. And, here I am, and I light the candles, and Spirit's like, that bitch don't understand that this man has no money and he has to pay his ex child support. and she's not fucking seeing it. All she cares is about him coming over, him calling her, him being with her, and the ex needs her cash. And he loves his kids and he's freaking out. So he's like, I don't got time for you, girl. And she didn't understand. So when Spirit shared this with me, and she might be looking at this video right now, and tells her, hey, Sally, Spirit said this, that, and the other. You see that? That's what Spirit is showing me right here, right now. Oh, but oh my goodness, but he didn't tell me. It looks like he tried to tell you. Oh, but well, I kind of knew, but I didn't know it was that bad. So why didn't you ask him? So finances sometimes are hardcore. Here is a personal example. My son comes over. He's with his girl, and she's okay. I didn't not like her. She's very sweet. Didn't know her for too long. They had only been together for maybe a year and a half. But they don't live, they're like 400 miles from me. So it's not like I'm seeing them every day or whatever. And the last time they came over here, she was complaining about her finance. Complain. And I said, hey, and I told my son, I said, hey, that's very negative. Like, that's super negative. Like, she's on social media posting her hair and her nails and her face and look at me and that social media lifestyle. Going to parties, all bedazzled. And then when you talk to her, she's all about, I don't have any money. I can't pay my bills, And I'm like, it doesn't match. The vibration doesn't match. So I said to her, I said, hey, you need to change, your tone, the way you express about money. And she's like, well, we're paying X amount of money for our apartment and I can't do it no more. And I was like, girl, I paid double that by myself. And I'm like, you have to get out of that vibration. And I said to her, I go, you're going to lose everything. 2 months after we had the conversation, she decides, and this was like right before Christmas, she decides it's a good idea to leave the apartment because they raised the rent $200, which was still very affordable, the cheapest thing you were going to find in their area, because the rents there are like stupid. And my son says, I can't believe it. And he's trying to tell her, don't do this is going to mess me up. She doesn't care. Because in her mind, she's going to start, she's just going to focus on spending money because she's going to go live with mama and things are going to be peaches and cream. What ended up happening is that he left her because he felt that she did this selfishly, because he said, I'll pay for the apartment. But since it was her apartment, and he talked to her and she never saw it, even now they have conversations and she doesn't see it, and she definitely won't apologize for it, and she has helped him, and like they're still really great friends, but he doesn't want anything to do with her because that hurt him so much, because they were personal situations. I'm sharing something very personal. The point of this is you have to look at every part of your relationship. I feel like the person that they're talking about, if this is you going through the financial distress and your partner not seeing you, you have to talk to them. If this is you not seeing your partner, you need to open up your freaking eyes. Because from what they're showing and looking at the safety card, somebody feels that they're unsure if this relationship should move forward. And then the person is working on calling their soulmate. They're actually thinking that you are not their soulmate. Vice versa, you're thinking they're not your soulmate. I see everything working out. Maybe it's what messages Spirit share. Maybe it's that aha moment that the Queen of Pentacles is talking about, and everything is realized, because at the end, I see you coming together, working things out. But And that's why I love these readings, because this is not like these readings, they're not mumbo jumbo. They're literally showing different scenarios, different aspects, different situations, and the solutions. My spiritual guides, when people come to me for readings, I share everything. And very honestly, I have people that get mad at me and never come back, and they can't handle it because they don't want to hear this. And then I have people that are like, oh my God, Daisy, you told me this, and this really helped say I understood it when I saw it in the future. Because sometimes, like I said, this is for February, but maybe you start to go through a little bit of this. Maybe you don't see this till March and April, So all of these readings, I always say, take notes, especially if this is the one that you chose. Look at what similarities, and if you want more information about you, if this really coincided with you, but you want it to be personal, I have readings. I'll link it below. I tend to always be on a 1 to 2 week wait, because I'm always doing readings, especially that now that pretty much I've been doing readings. And I advise that you take the scripting class, because this is going to help you open a lot of doors. And especially if you're the one with the issues with the finances, the beautiful thing about scripting is that you could add anything and everything that you desire. And that's what you learn. Even though that the scripting is all based on divine goddess, true love, romance, it teaches you how to manifest. And I always tell my clients this, a lot of the situations that you and your lovers are going through has to do with finances. If you look, I guarantee that if right now you actually stopped to look at your relationship and the situation in your relationship, 80% of you are having issues because of finances. Either they have to work, they're long distance because they have to go to work somewhere else, or they have to go to school, or there's always something that indicates they're doing something for us and towards their finances, and that's causing a bit of a kind of, but overall, I do see you having a very romantic February, because I love this energy. And I feel like overall, if I look at the month of February, there's a lot of learning. And, I know that, we all like Valentine's, and, I wanted to do this for that. But I also like to be as honest as possible. I want to share with you everything and prep you for what's coming. So I've linked everything below. I hope these messages brought a lot of insights and lights for you to change your reality, because the important thing of readings is not that they're in concrete. All this that you saw could be complete bullshit to you, because you're like, Daisy, that's not going to happen. I'm going to change that right now. And you could change your story. That's a good thing about readings. When readings share something negative, you have the power to change it. That's why you want to get a reading. Not so they could tell you everything is peaches and cream. Because, I've gone to places that give you those fluff readings, and I'm just like, oh my God. Okay, guys. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to pin Google+, hit the notification bell, and comment below what type of pick a card readings do you want. If there's a certain theme you want, or if you want me to ask Spirit a certain question and do a pick a card over that, comment below what kind of pick a cards you want. Namaste.